Hey, in this video I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a heat map using SQL Server reporting services. A couple prerequisites to being able to perform this. You're going to need how to make a basic SQL statement, and I'm also going to assume that you know how to set up a project in reporting services. As far as material you'll need, you're going to need spatial data. In this case, I'm using SSRS shape files from Statistics Canada that show the forward citation areas, and you're also going to need your analytical data, and there's going to have to be a common field between the two. So I'm going to be using forward citation areas in both to link the map file to the population data that I have from the 2011 census. Now I've already loaded that into a table in my database. And you can see here we have the FSA and we have a population column as well. Those are the two fields that will be of interest to us for this. And I've gone ahead and made a data set that simply takes the population in FSA wherever the FSA starts with K, because I'm going to be looking at Eastern Ontario. So to make a map, it's mostly wizard driven, so you'll drag a map item from your toolbox and it'll ask you the source of your spatial data right off the bat. So as I said, I'm going to be using a shape file that I've created ahead of time. And here it is. It's actually one that I custom made in QGIS just by filtering the one provided by Stats Canada to take only the FSAs that once again start with K. To have a little context, I'm going to add a big maps layer so you can see the place names. And I'm going to select a color analytical map, select my existing data set, and now I'm going to match the spatial to the analytical fields. In the shape file, FSAs are stored in the CFSAUID field. I'm going to link that to FSA. And now I'm going to say that I want to visualize the sum of population. Put the labels on there as well. And it's actually ready to show right off the bat. However, of course, there will be changes that you're going to want to make. I'm actually going to go back into the wizard and I'm going to change the color scheme of this. I think green, yellow, red might not be the best for a simple variable like that. Also, if I wanted to print off in grayscale, it's nice that just the saturation will provide that information adequately. Going to get rid of the legend as we already have the scale inside. Get a bit of a title. I'll also expand that. One important thing to keep in mind, and this threw me for a bit of a loop first time I did this, is when you're in design mode, it's different than when you're using, say, a table or a matrix in that your data regions are filled out. Instead of having a placeholder which just shows you what the field name is, this looks like it's actual data. You have what effectively looks like a heat map filled out already. However, you'll notice that the scale is different than it will be when we run the actual preview of this, and the colors are just kind of filler dummy colors. Just to show what it will look like. So don't use data that's taken from the design screen. It is all lies. So you can see now we've changed from a scale that maxes out at 1,000 to one that maxes out at 110,000, and all of the all of the colors of the data regions have changed as well. So that's really all there is to creating a heat map as far as the bare simplicity goes. Of course, there's a lot more complexity to GIS. I'm just diving into it myself, but I was very pleased to see that you can get results and you can get some very useful data products without having to invest a tremendous amount of time.